Good morning, everybody. This is Mark McDonald with First United Methodist Church of Batesville, Arkansas. As we continue with Experiencing God, we're in week 3, day 3. Uh, as I read this lesson today, I love this one today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It made me think of an old joke about somebody who asked what God's name was, and the little boy raised his hand and said, "It's Andy." He said, "Andy? How did you get that?" He said, "Andy walks with me. Andy talks with me." That's what I thought of. It's just this devotional today really fits with a lot of what I've gone through. Maybe it has that way with you too. During COVID, during this pandemic, a lot has changed about how real and personal my relationship has gotten with God. One of the things that's changed is that we don't have the opportunity to walk into a group and have somebody else tell us what we believe and walk us through so much, and things really fall back onto each one of us individually to spend some time in prayer and study and devotion with God. We do have our worship service online. There are options for online Bible studies, but it's not as interactive as it is when we're face to face in church. And while we miss that, I also believe that it has pushed me to think of the way I spend my quiet time differently, my downtime differently. I mean, certainly, like most people, I've had my time of binging on Netflix or any of the other media services that we have. But this idea of quiet time has changed for me. And I started realizing that I find myself getting busy a lot. And so when the pandemic hit and all of a sudden things slowed down, especially at the very beginning, I found myself spending time just sitting and thinking and praying. I tried different meditation techniques and I started working through all of that. And I started realizing that even going on a walk can become a method of prayer. Going on a drive can become a method of prayer. And while we're absent from one another, I was never absent from God. And so, as I began in this time of the pandemic, for me personally, it has pushed me to spend more quiet time in prayer and reflection. And so, it is very appropriate that we're doing Experiencing God, asking you to spend 20 or 30 minutes a day to be in some time of study, but also reflection and prayer every day. And today's lesson really focuses on that, doesn't it? It talks about our quiet time with God. Prior to the pandemic, I think we were much, much busier. And I think slowly but surely that level of busyness is creeping back up into our lives until we get to the point where we just kind of barely keep our head above water. It is so crucial to understand that in experiencing God, one of the tenets of this is that we should have a real and personal relationship with God. Today, the emphasis is on the word personal. How do you walk with God? How do you invite God into every part of your lives? How does this become a practical application of daily, moment by moment walks in faith with God? Not just practicing what somebody told you Christians do, but drawing closer and closer to God. So as you read through this lesson today, I hope that you'll think of ways that you can continue to expand not only your time in experiencing God, but to continue to expand ways that you get to spend quiet time with God throughout the day. As you read the scriptures, you start to realize Jesus was constantly looking for ways to get away by himself. And what that meant was he spent time in prayer with God. It wasn't just getting away from everybody else. It was getting close to his Father, to his God, to his Creator, just like we're called to do. So as you read through this today, consider the ways that you can increase your quiet time, how you can walk and talk with God. And he walks with me and he talks with me. There you go. I hope you have a blessed day today, and I hope you are a blessing.